Alright, welcome back to some more high shard runs. Attempting to talk a bit more about what I do as I do it in these runs. Well, I'm not I am Hellhorned, I'm a queen, but hope you are doing well. I am doing well, getting by. I have days where, once a week maybe, where I get about maybe 10 minutes to eat a lunch. They're just kind of busy days, straight from 11 to 5. And at that point, it's basically just come home and have dinner instead with the family. This is one of those days. There are also days where I talk a lot more in my day-to-day work, and of course, those are typically the days I also decide to do these little bit extra talking runs. Because why not exercise the throat and vocal cords some more? But we will still try our best to say some words about this game of Monster Train High Shards, Shardtail Queen. Queen's an interesting one at High Shards. They are a strong champion. Sometimes a little bit awkward though. The reason being, if you are the Yeet Queen, you want to save some imps to damage everything. If you are generating imps, you need the floor space. Ring 1 and 2 and 3 can be very perilous if you do not get good scaling or defense options sometimes. And there actually have been times where I've thought my starting deck is so weak, I actually want Rally Queen. I want that extra scaling just to get through Ring 3. So we're going to see what our starters are, what our clan are, where our banners are going to be. We're going to decide our paths based on that. Now on this hand, we are Wurmkin. That's great. I love a Wurmkin run. We got Impressive, Shelter, and Hidden Passage. So we got some good defense and some good damage already. A little bit of overstack as well. That's pretty cool. We do see Hellhorned banner. We see Wurmkin banner. So we see double banners, double steals. And at least our initial temple and then a temple after push Talos. And what we got? Shadow Incarnate, Seraph the Chaste. Alright. Well, let's check out artifacts. This is the fine one to check artifacts first. You know, good imps. Good imp artifacts, I should state, can help you lean one way or the other. Or, for example, you get Forever Flame. That's less incentive to go the it's more incentive to go the Generate Imp Queen because you can play them on other floors as well, not just the Queen floor. But when we see these scales, you get Rationing Scale, or these artifacts, words. You get Rationing Scales and Mark of an Exile, right? Rationing Scales is not bad. If I feel like I feel like I have a weak starting deck, I don't mind Rationing Scales early. You just can't take the later Heaven Seals sometimes because one fully upgraded tank will kill you. But especially like Tethys or sometimes a poor Primordium start, and Rationing Scales is not bad because it just is going to heal you and carry you through those early waves. Now you also get Mark of an Exile, and honestly I think that's really good with Queen, especially if you're trying to yeet the imps at them. That extra health on Queen can help them tank for the AoE. So that is what we're going to choose. We're going to take some extra health. Of course, we take the money. Let's see our champion. Right, so here we go. We got Royalty and Imp Parade. I do think with the Impressive in the deck, we do want to go Imp Parade. So we always have a Imp to yeet at our enemies. I think that's going to be fine. And honestly, spikes are fine as well. We're going to be generating so many imps that it's not going to be a worry. We are going to play two things top. We can ping out two of these guys. Very cool. The only downside is, of course, the upgraded one is in the back. We're just going to double ping so we get the money. Alright. Now, we kill one. We Impressive, that kills a second. We can drop this and kill two more. That's an option. If we drop one of these, we kill two more as well. Either way, we kill two more, so let's just drop another imp. Now we only got one thing up top to care about. We can take the 4. That shouldn't be too bad. We do want to work on the boss a bit. So I'm going to double reap. And just deal with that. Yeah, we have no armor there on, which is very sad. We definitely dropped this Queen's Infiltration. That's 6 damage. We could get... We're going to go Train Steward Shelter. Right? 3, 8, that dies. We take out that. We do a little bit more damage. And now we have the boss. This is always the downside, right? But we do get that imp into the impressive, right? This is why I said the getting these implings is good, because we can always just impressive in order to bring down those healths. So that's some good damage. We just need a little bit of everything else. There we go. Fledgling Imp is some damage scaling. Bounding Echoes is great. You know, if we get Endless Imp on that Fledgling, then we can infuse it, make it nice. There is the Endless right away. Wow, love it. And a Steelworker. Okay. So we can go ahead and we're going to Endless the Fledgling Imp. We're going to multi-strike the Steelworker. And then I love a 30 magic power impressive, and we can go ahead and intrinsic something. Let's intrinsic the Bounding Echoes. It's our only damage spell, and Bounding Echoes, getting those initial fractures or abilities off is really strong. Now we could, let's look at our map real quick. We have a few options for infusions. We do see a Hellvent here, but we don't see another infusion for a while. Merchant of Steel, Wurmkin Banner. Interesting. So option 1 is we can just go ahead and put a Queen's Impling into Fledgling Imp. That is not bad. We get some extra damage. We get Rage on the floor. We just need ways to kill it consistently. We could just do Queen's Impling into Queen's Impling. That's another option as well. Train Stewards are junk. We want to get rid of them as soon as possible. So basically it's either Impling into Fledgling Imp, Impling, or into Impling. This is slower scaling, but a little bit more damage, and I think the repeatable damage is what we want going into these early battles. Mark of Invasion's A-okay. Alright, we Bounding Echoes. That's 15 to start off. Alright, we kill those. We got 2 Reaps. That's rough. We could kill one of the multi-strikers. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're just going to be very sad about this next floor. Alright, that's not bad. Let's kill the multi-striker and let's just give our floor a bunch of armor. We do lose out on the gold, and we take 13 damage, but our queen is still alive. We're still getting the armor. We just need to get our... That's a little disappointing. Now, I could... What? Send up this guy, take 3. I think we send up the Train Steward to save us some damage, a little bit more defense back there, something we can actually imp, which we finally get. You hidden passage that guy. You Queen's Impling, and then you Impling again. We're just going to try to get as much damage into the sweeper with our Imp Infusion, I think. Ooh. Now I could Impling up here, and then sack it. Now I think just 40 damage, and then armor is going to be what we want. But that 40 damage just is really strong early on. See? There we go. Get the kill. Took a little bit of damage. Oh, now we see the infused Impling. Oh, that's disappointing. We already infused it. We don't need another Endless. We will take the Vent, though. We need that damage spell for our upgrades. Plus Vent's a great plus 10 piercing for more. We already have shelters. Hosting Kin is just kind of meh. Sure, it's infused. Sure, it's in consume, but it's meh. We don't need more units. We have too many units as is. We are going to look at our upgrades. We see another multi-strike, very cool. We see Carver, which is a very strong infusion. We see Kinho's Vessel, but I think I'd rather just go a self-infuse, though a self-infuse probably is not possible for a while. But we can just multi-strike you. Sure, that's triple strike. You're a little bit lower on defense, but we can get past that. And we are going to Collection of Tails. We're only getting 5 rage a turn, so getting a little bit of extra rage is going to help us scale a bit harder. Purge a card, gain a card. Yeah, go away, Train Steward. We don't want that. We want the Hellhorned rare, right, because we can hit Transcendent with that. That would just make us amazing. Last Stand's also good, though. Just double our rage after we scale some. Cool, cool, cool. And, this is an interesting question. Now, we want to save our money for the Merchant of Magic. I could have purged a Train Steward. That was definitely an option. Alright. I'm going to infuse, drop them both, get the armor. We do have to figure out our turn 1 on Divinity still, which is fine. We'll get there. The Imp is going to help us defend. Very cool. Let's just start some damage. I could reap here, but that's only 4, so we're going to get rid of some of that, guys. Alright. There's our Impling. Now we're pretty well set on that floor. Let's go ahead. Impling here. We reap the boss and then vent. So we're going to be doing damage to this floor. Now that lifesteal, so much lifesteal. This Talos scales lifesteal so quickly, it's ridiculous. By armor, that would help that survive. I don't want it to survive, so we just more reap damage. Drop my Implings on a couple of floors, get them out of the deck. The more reap damage we get everywhere, the better we will be. So reap, reap. Let's just weaken this floor even more. We can reap. Awesome. That's going to clear. We Impling and sack the Impling. So now we can do even more damage straight into the boss's face. Now the Implings actually are less damage than just because of the lifesteal. Now the other thing though is I am stealing these lifesteal stacks away so I don't have to face them on top, which could be good. Where's my last stand? I wanted to draw that. That's fine. We still get a kill. Right. Triple strike, enough rage. Scaling will get us there. Okay. That's a mini boss killer. But it's not infused itself. I don't think it's quite needed this perfect insanity. On Earth remains is fine. We're not doing too much with that. We're mostly focusing on our raid damage imp, and we don't have eggs, so we're just going to skip for some money. We could do a Keeper of Echoes infusion into our Steelworker. That's not horrible. I won't say it's amazing though, right? We don't have much on infused cards. Now I could take it. We're going to take that, and I'll explain why. We'll obviously take draw. So we're going to take that because we're going to go here. If we get something better as an infusion, we will infuse the Steelworker with that. If we don't get something good, we will simply infuse with that Keeper of Echoes. We see Spell Chain, we see Intrinsic, we see a double stack and a -1. There's another Steelworker. Right, so the question is, do I just go double armor? I think we just go double armor. Almost did skip. Made that mistake before. Let's spell chain something. We're going to spell chain this vent in preparation for another damage spell. And we're going to intrinsic and -1 a shelter. We self-use here. So the intrinsic -1 shelter is going to be useful for us. So we can actually get a little bit more armor turn 1, better chance of surviving the boss. Let's do another -1 on the other shelter. And we actually, let's just permafrost this last stand. That's going to be helpful for killing things. Alright. We are going to take the Yeet Queen. So now our imp dies no matter what. And we should be able to make a fairly strong floor. Spikes for an artifact. It really depends. We're going to say no. This might seem awkward, but if they got upgraded guys right away, we would be in a very rough spot. Now we actually got a really nice starting hand, where we get a lot of starting damage for us. We're going to send you up. And yeah. We can't quite take you out, so we're just going to work on this one. Awesome. Let's just shelter again, give us a little defense. Let us... Can't kill that guy, which is very unfortunate. Do we lose the queen here? We might lose the queen. Alright. We can Implean and send it out, and then we can Implean again. Should have done that in a different order, would have been better. And we are taking a lot of damage still. Now you're going up 70 health. So if we do another 10, you're only going up 60. We save ourselves a little bit of damage, which is good. We can also... We're just going to fracture that guy to get rid of his damage. So we do take a couple hits, right? But I think this is the best for our damage prevention. I think we just double our rage now. And that way we have enough to kill that wave. We should have enough for this floor. We can take out that guy. We can keep scaling for another turn or two. Awesome. That keeper does have to come out. And it will. Let's get 200 damage into you. Get a couple of vents going just for a little bit more reap damage. And we should have plenty of rage to get this kill now. Yeah, a little bit of a sad trial. There we go. I mean, I'm sad to pass the Pyre Chomper, Impish Scholar. I love those imps, but we want this Tiresome Climb. Tiresome Climb is going to be our win. Ooh, Soul Crushing Guild's also amazing. More days is more better. Don't need to say more than that. Just more days, more better. Alright, Concealed Cavern shows me build a card. Okay. I want defense. We have good offensive scaling, so let's take some defense. Well, and some offense. And let's just take money. We're at ring 5. We can earn money pretty well. Now let's just go ahead and dupe that. And duping that means I'm going to get a lot more money. I can start purging more cards. Here I think I'm going to be fine with Heaven Seal. I think we can start getting through these pretty easily. We're just going to play our units as such. What a great hand. I like that. Let's get some more money. Yeah, yep. I think we are doing well. Now it's 40, 30, 60, 90. So that's 130. So we barely kill there. We're just going to get rid of this tank. No need to have that tank block some hits for us. Alright, so this extra damage is just giving us that extra slight amount of supplemental damage to help kill enemies. Now we do want to fracture that guy out. Let's just fracture, get some armor. Sadly, not enough to kill that dude. So we'll take the 5. But I think we are going to be fine as far as our damage goes now. But it doesn't matter, they can all perish. Here's a crystal cloak. So we can imp daze 3 times. We're going to get some more money. And we just dropped another imp, right? The imps are going to eat the daze, or the stealth. The daze is going to eat the stealth as well, which is great. Let's just drop as much as possible. I do think we are fine. Yep. And we just double our rage because that's going to get us a quicker victory. No need for Capricious. We're a little bit late on that anyways. Could get more armor. I do think the 2 old magics are enough though for my armor generation, so we can skip that. Total recall is just junk. Power of knowledge is mostly junk. And ambient charge, I'm not down on that card, especially when it's infused. But unless I want to go an infinite combo with Wurmkin and etchings, I usually skip it. And for that, usually need the etchings first. Alright. I need to get rid of some units. I do think I want the -1s into the old magics. I think that's more beneficial. I mean, I could get like rage artifacts. I could get double summon art. No, I convinced myself otherwise. There's too many good artifacts. Rage, double summon. None of those ones though. Horde. Oh, those are not good artifacts. I'm not focusing on Reap, so I skip that. I don't need magic damage, so I skip that. I don't need healing. This is a pretty bad one. Massive stones can be really usable, but that's usually more primordium. And I really like Ember Stasis if I'm going into Diligent. I am not. I don't have excess Ember generation, so this was just kind of a whiff there. Alright, we see 30 magic power. We're just going to put that into our vent. 2 big damage. Sure, Spell Shield gets in the way, but the rest is pretty nice. We're going to infuse this Tiresome Climb. We do want to get rid of that. We are going to infuse 2 Inflings together. We're going to go Merchant of Steel. Faulty Loader is strong, but I want something stronger. Ooh, Karuska is stronger. Impsicle is stronger. Those are both quite strong. I do think with the Soul Crushing Guilt, maybe we go the Karuska. We don't have space for Impsicle, so let's go the Carving Karuska. Let's just go ahead and purge out this Keeper of Echo so it doesn't gump up my draws. And let's get started. Alrighty. Now obviously we want something bottom is not bad for us. We do have a lot of stealth to get through as well though. This is a very solid starting hand. We do Steelworker, Queen, we're going to get the damage. I should have done this in a completely different order. Let's get some armor. We are just going to send that up with Daze. Alright, yeah. That Daze just kind of messed things up. That is my own fault. I'm giving myself way too much junk here because I messed up. Which might be a bit of a doom for this start. Right, look at that. We are not in an ideal situation. We're getting 3 junk. Oh man, we got too many turns of 3 junk where we're doing nothing but getting just the imp down. Alright, we're finally at a turn where we don't get more junk, but we're not killing the wave, right? This is horrible. Let's go ahead and reap there. Oof. We can't junk that floor either, so let's just in middle. We're gonna take a big chunk of damage again. Would you stop? Oh my goodness, game. Let's imp here. We can fracture the boss, and we are going to do this double vent. That daze is just brutal on us. Alright. This is very good, but I think we just want to stall out as much daze as possible, or as much stealth as possible. Yeah, we definitely want to just stall out stealth. Alright. We dropped the Impling for the defense. We are going to stealth or daze 3. And then hit for 200. Yeah. Having the defense up here is better. And then we drop that, we double the rage, and we do get the kill. Man, I messed up hard at the beginning, but Yeet Imps with rage still gets there with that double rage. We could do Impilate. Do we have another damage? We do. So the fun thing about Impilate, that's actually good. We don't need the Eternal Kinstone too much, but we are getting extra imps every round. So meaning, if we take this Impilate, it's going to grow by 15 damage every round. We want more draws. We just want more draws. Just more and more draws. Alright, we definitely need this Merchant of Magic. We don't care about Steel. 30 damage into an Impilate is very nice. I'm still hoping for a -2, but it seems unlikely, and I think we just want more health on our dude. Our queen just needs to be healthy for us. Otherwise, we can staple our 2 imps together. I mean, the only way that would be bad is if I see Transcendum. We get rid of 1 Train Sewer so we can fuse the next 2. We are going to get rid of Hidden Passage. It has limited uses in this deck, unless I get a drop cage as well. I'm just going to say those things because it's going to make it happen, and then I'm going to be sad. Alright. We're going to hold over a old magic because we need money. We're also going to make the other one free. There we go. And we are going to, let's just intrinsic that one for another infusion on turn 1. Oh boy, scary Wiltwings. I think it's fine. Alright. We infuse the hand. We go Queen. We go Steelworker. Give you +10. We give you all that. And we send one up with Daze to perish. Yeah. Alright. So we can. We want to limit our deck size. We're going to imp. We're going to increase. And from here, I think we're going to work on the tank. We reap, we get some armor, then we're going to vent both the middle and the bottom floor to kill the Wiltwings in the back. This front one I only need to scale 200 some damage, which is not as much. Now obviously I did not get that damage, which is annoying. So we're going to daze some. And we do want to start taking out the next floor. Next 2 floors. We'll at least get our imp next turn. Ooh, and an impressive, so I think we're fine. But let's start... No, let's just work on this guy. I think I can... There's a good chance I just get the vent back, and that's going to take out that floor in this floor. Alright. So we Implean, we yeet. We Implean. Awesome. We can Implean that floor, we take out that unit. We can Implean this floor just because. Do we get the vent? We do not get the vent. We do get a lot of defense on our backliner. Now, what we can do is Implean, yeet it, Implean. We do kill everything. Well, let's kill... Oh, no, we don't kill the frontliner with that? That's not ideal. Oh well, we'll kill it this turn. Implean, cool. Armor, Implean, get another kill. Let's go ahead and bash for once. We're going to send that guy up with daze. We're going to daze that one. See, we're just dazing things. Cool. We did get our event. I mean, now we do. Alright, Implean. Implean. Right, so the first one just takes that out. The second one's going to protect us. We are going to fracture here. Why not 3 times? We're going to vent bottom to take out those guys. We're going to vent top to take out the multi-striker. Yeah. This seems strong. Let's get some armor. Let's get some rage. We see 7 cards. We have a good chance of seeing that soul-crushing guilt. So we're just going to put as much damage into the boss as possible. 200 from that. Another 180 from this. And let's do another 60. Sure. Darn, we don't see the Soul Crushing Guild, unfortunately, but we can still get through with just doubling our rage. Alright. More days is more better, so we take the Tiresome Climb. I don't think I can actually support another Soul Crushing Guild, but we do want that Force Contamination, actually, for mini-bosses. And we just need to go Merchant of Magic. We need to be able to cast our spells, right? -2 on the Intrinsic Tiresome Climb is amazing. Piercing on... And we're going to get 2 Fs a turn, so Piercing on Impressive is actually very strong. Train Stewards get stapled together, so they go away. And here we go. We got Hell's Banner. Ooh, that's actually really strong, because that means we can play our Endless Imp, play the other Imp, and play out our hand. Echo Seedling. That could set off a good turn 1. Actually, let's check. Ooh, we do see the Permafrost. So we're going to -1 the Tiresome Climb. We are going to Permafrost. Where to go? Bounding Echoes. Now, what we can do is we can Echo Seedling it. And we can infuse our later draws. We can infuse this Force Contamination. We can infuse our Soul Crushing Guilt. And that's going to get us some wins. Alright. Remove Consume is unnecessary on anything. We do want another -1. Let's just make another 3 Tiresome Climb. And we're going to purge out the Train Steward. You did your job. Ooh, can I put +10 into anything? Yeah, sure, why not? +10 into that Infiltrate. Just that little extra damage. Alright, Chaste, bring it on. Chaste does cut down on my rage scaling. That's fine. I'm only slightly annoyed. We are getting +10 here anyways. Let's just go ahead and daze armor. Very cool. Alrighty. We can imp. We're gonna armor some more. We are going to clear out that unit there. And we are just going to start working on those middle guys. Alright, this is a good Bounding Echo's turn. Look at this nice hand of on-infused things to infuse. Okay. Well, we drop the imp, we get our armor. We are going to send one of those up. We are going to do a vent and vent to the bottom floor as well. Now we can shelter, get the armor, force contamination, and then yeet that into the boss for 240 damage. There we go. That was a good turn. Alright. Here's our Soul Crushing Guild, so now we want to infuse again. We're going to drop the Fledgling Imp, yay. We're going to get some damage going, also yay. We want to start damaging the other floors. We want to guilt this unit in the back, because I don't want to take the damage. I don't want the Ember Drain is what I should say. Alright. Attack, we go small damage, throw a guy at you, we get the bigger damage. I'm going to just send you up with 2 days. We weaken that, and we can send you up one more time. You're just going to hit the pyre and bounce off of it. It's a great way to take care of that unit. Alright. We are getting to a point now where we do probably want to take care of the boss. So we're going to send you up, we're going to daze you, we're going to do the Impalate. We're going to do some damage there. We will take a hit to the face, but only 1 hit. Alright, so we Impling. We need to up our damage by a lot. We can melee weakness the middle guy. And then from there... Oh, I mean, we are going to vent the middle floor first, because that's going to damage the 2 bigger guys and the boss, and then we're going to vent the top floor to take out the backliner. Right, I do have a good amount of attack without having to deal with rage as my scaling. We are still a little concerned about this boss. Now we can get 2 days, or no, we got a guaranteed 3 next turn. So we're going to imp, toss the imp, get the infuse going. We're going to tiresome climb you. There we go. And then we're just going to put the little bit of damage into the boss. Alright. So we Queen's Impling. Look at it. That is such a big increase of damage just from that alone. We are going to Guilt. That's going to get us a kill. We might as well extract here. I should have done them in different orders. You know what? Days. At least now we get damage on that one. We last stand to double our rage. And we just throw in 2 vents to get a kill. Right, only 48 rage, but the plus 10 of our old magic got us there. Alright, same thing as last time. We are going to Bounding Echoes. I'm going to save those 2 copies. We drop Queen, we drop Steelworker, we get that extra defense, we daze the boss, and we get a little bit even more extra defense. And now we're starting to get set. Okay. Weak Queen's Impling. Weak Queen's Impling. Let's get our armor going. Doesn't matter. I actually should have done that here. That would have been a smarter move. Let's just fracture that middle guy. We'll send this into the boss for the damage then, and we will just vent middle twice. Now if I get some damage imps, I can actually clear them out. This is a fine enough with the Force Contamination to infuse. Now we do have the issue, of course, the boss is actually coming at us, which is annoying. Let's get rid of this Impling. We do need to take out enemy units. Get some melee weakness. Let's just go ahead and do this and armor. Yeah. Alright, now there's a scary dude. There's our days. We are going to Bounding Echoes up top so we don't pump this armor here. We're going to Fledgling Imp, get some damage, get a Tiresome Climb. Now there's a lot of options I could do. I could like guilt this guy, but we are at a point where I think it's just better to daze the boss. We are going to start getting rage, and we have that 100 armor as well, so we can base tank quite a few hits. And by quite a few, I mean that singular round. Alright. So we drop the Impling, that's going to perish. We drop this Imp. We do a bunch of damage. Alright, we take out 2 of them. I think we actually just send you up and reap that guy. 96 out of 210. Ooh. Alright, 96 out of 210. That leaves you with what, 126? That's 4 hits. Plus another 5. Plus 6, so 11. 4 times 48 plus 11. Yeah, we'll be alive. Barely alive, but alive. And that's all that matters. Alright, this is pretty good. We want to take this guy out. So we do that. We eat the Imp there. We're going to Queen's Impling in the middle so we get the extra yeet damage. I do think, unfortunately, though, this is the turn I have to Last Stand. And it is not enough. That is going to kill us. Oh boy. So I think the issue is I'm not getting my rage soon enough. I don't think I can hold over my other old magic. I think holding on to it is going to cause me to lose. So we're just not going to do that. So we're not going to play that old magic. We are going to Queen here, take out that tank, because we're playing this better this time. Just go ahead, fracture on that middle guy, make it a little weaker, and we can mostly take out this floor. Now the other issue is we have a very small hand, but this is a good Bounding Echoes turn. Alright. We take out 1. Now we daze the boss. That's really nice. And let's go ahead. Let's just drop damage here for now. We do need to force contamination this guy, so we're gonna swing that through. And we are going to gain our armor. Okay. We do draw our Rage Imp finally. So that's good. We can't take out you, that's annoying. You are infused already. I think we do infuse this hand. We take out that enemy. We are going to put damage into the boss. Let's just go ahead and daze you so you don't actually hurt me. Now this wave is also scary, so let's take out the front unit. And maybe the back unit. Yeah. Alright. This is looking better. This is looking much, much, much better. We force contamination here. I'm going to just daze the boss. We can put 10 damage there. And you're going to 85. This is what? 5, 6, 7, 4, 28 damage. Let's just take one of them down more. I think that's going to be 5. We have the 95 armor. I think we can take this much. Yeah, see, we can easily take it. Easily. Alright. This time, Fledgling will go in the back. Armor here. We daze you. Fracture. Fracture. Double. Event. Ooh, 6. That is not close at all. Oh no. That is really not close at all. Is my deck just too large? Maybe we don't Bounding Echoes. Alright. We are going to Old Magic and Daze, but we're not going to cast any other consumes for a while. We drop you. Let's go ahead and drop this so we can take out the tank. Do need my damage as soon as possible. Let's just work on this bottom guy for damage then. We want our rage as soon as possible. I'm just going to triple Last Stand. And that's going to be my rage generation. Alright, there's rage. We get our damage in here. We can daze the boss. We can not... Alright. Let's just Last Stand. We're going to make those infused. Fracture. Get that Last Stand going. And we can force contamination that guy. I think that's the correct call. Let's actually send you upwards to get you off that floor for no armor. Alright. We get the damage. Big damage here. We do send it. Daze the boss. Double my rage. This is only 6, but I think we... Throw that into the boss. Why not? All right. Get more rage. They get armor. Whatever. Get more damage. We're taking them out. Tiresome climb. We get the melee weakness. Very cool. We're gonna fracture. Get all the armor. And we're gonna double again next turn. We put you in the middle. We start working on the next floor. We're just gonna get all this armor. We're gonna get all that there. We're gonna send you up one. Fracture. We double. We're going to double event this floor. Take all of those scary guys out. Okay. Now, just making maybe making the queen survive. We've gotten the damage up. You are scary. You do need to be dazed. But I think we are potentially winning. We don't want the armor on that floor. Maybe we work on that guy a little bit. We send you up. That's 2 times 5. That's only 10. Let's just get another one. Charge echo there. Yeah. Alright, is this the floor that kills my queen? Maybe? I think it is. I don't want that. So 16. And then a 7, then a 20. So that's 27. Now, if I armor here once, that doesn't change anything. If I armor here twice, that's 26. That's going to take all 3 hits. I'm going to bounce that off my face. So I can just do fractures into this guy. Very cool. Alright, we get this one. Nice yeet. We have 5 rounds of days. I think that's enough, so we're going to send one of those up. Old magic, force contamination. That's not going to kill that. So let's just do a little bit more read. Alright. I think we have it. We do. We have it. Alright, we imp. We yeet that imp. Let's see, that is something we get rid of. 6 plus 5, 10, 6. Oh, you're dazed, so you don't matter. So we have 17 currently. So if I put the queen here, you get blocked. I'm going to put this here for some extra defense. That gets yeeted, which is hilarious. That has spell shield. Go away, spell shield. Alright. You know what? No one likes you. No one likes this floor. There we go. Depart. Thank you, Hef. Whew. Run summary. That was a close one. I mean, we were at 285 shards. Okay. Yeah. slightly large deck size, which is not the most favorable. We did miss a good chunk of money throughout this, which was not good for us. It means we had a lot of things we couldn't purge. Honestly, so many cards were so very important against this divinity fight. We used all 100 armor, yay, and we still took 10 damage. But right, the vent for clearing waves. We needed the soul crushing guilt and our tiresome climbs to daze the boss and some other enemies. Force contamination for our mini boss killer. We were a little slow on the offensive scaling. I'm happy I took this collection of Tales, so I didn't lose my rage. But right, we had plus 10s from our old magics, which wasn't quite enough. We did have a non-self-infused fledgling nymph. I mean, there's plenty of times that Queen's Implant Infusion was very useful for us. So I'm not like regretting doing that, but obviously seeing that infused fledgling imp the next round was like, oh man, that would have been so much better to self-infuse. Because it kind of, it wasn't an issue too much against Chaste or Shadewings, but we didn't get our imp for a long time. And if we used the holdover cards, that delayed it even longer. If we tripled our consume card and left them in hand, because we generated imp and had consume cards in hand, or permafrost, right? If we had 2 bounding echoes permafrosted, last stand in our hand, plus the imp, we were down a draw as well, so that actually hurt. I probably could have done better just by using one of those bounding echoes. Or, I did my last strategy. I saved the last stand as my consume. So once I drew my imp, I just started raging as soon as possible and doubling it. Just to get my guys at that threshold to kill the mini bosses with the force contaminations. And that is what worked. And what got us to the victory. So we did get the victory. It was a rough one. This is not a smooth run, and this does happen with Queen sometimes. But it was good, right? We just slightly behind curve. Could have used, I don't know, probably maybe a dupe fledgling imp could have been something I did last round. Though I do like all these -1s and the permafrost last stand, yeah. So there's a few options that I could have done. Not the most amazing runs, but it's a victory. It's a victory, and that's what matters. All right, that is the end of this run. So thank you for watching, and have fun.